Hey everybody, and welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm on a mission to prove that I can fry anything. Jack and Lily are still like Jackson, and this was coming from my little kitchen, so you can do this anywhere. This is amazing. Again, shout out to my friend Jonita, who showed me how to do this, gave me the recipe online. I always wondered if I could just fry the chicken, where I don't have to have all the chicken and all that kind of stuff. Fight bones, whatever. Chicken's, the skin's the best part. It's got all the seasoning and stuff, so we did it. This is going to be amazing. Before we get into it, be sure to like, share, subscribe to all the YouTube stuff, ring the notification bell to get over there. Also, there's a link down the doobly-doo for our merch, where we got aprons and spatulas and spoons and flippers and fake hands and pot holders and all kind of stuff. We very much appreciate it. We're a small business, and let's just get into the food, man. Let's go fry some chicken skin. Like chicken chitlins. Alright, so the most integral part of this is you're going to need chicken skins. I've been pulling them off chicken skins for a little while. Use another recipe. I'll show you when I pulled those off in another recipe in a little bit. Just keep them in a bag, keep them in the refrigerator or the freezer. You're going to need about a cup and a half, 2 cups of oil. I use vegetable oil just because it's cheaper. And then we're going to use just a little bit of flour. It's kind of hard to display down here. And then season it with whichever you want. Salt and pepper is just fine, most basic of basic stuff. I'm going to use some garlic powder, chili powder, and paprika. It's usually what I use on my fried chicken. So just kind of use whatever you want, but I'm going to show you what I do. Okay, so first things first. Again, this is from another video where I did some crock-pot chicken, ranch chicken stuff. So I just get my Ziploc bag, and you want to pull the skin off. Now, skin's always the favorite part of most of this stuff, but I'm going to put it in the crock pot to pull it off. So usually there's just like an edge. If not, get you some kitchen shears or just scissors. Just don't use the good fabric or paper shears on this. Just get you some kitchen scissors, man. Cut just a little bit here. Now later you're going to cut up the skin into smaller parts, so it doesn't matter if it doesn't come off as one big sheet or whatever. There's always this one edge, or it's always a pain in the tuchus to get it off. So just cut it down. Don't be cutting out little bitty pieces or whatever. Try to get as big as possible at this moment, but it's not integral to have to get every single piece or one big sheet of it off. So just pull that loose. Whoop. There you go. That's your skin, and then the rest of that's just kind of fatty tissue stuff. So get your chicken skins. You have them all ready for this. So you're gonna get your stovetop, man. You're gonna put it at about, not completely high, but more than medium. So mine goes up to like 9, so I put it on almost to 7. You want to put a cup and a half to 2 cups, depending on how much of this stuff you're going to do, because you want it to float. You don't want it to just sit on the bottom, because the skins will stick. Okay, let that start to heat up. While we're going to do that, we're going to mix up our flour. Now, also, you're going to want some tongs or something to reach in there and get them out. You can get it with like a pair of forks or just a single fork if you can balance pretty well, but tongs are the best way. So I put about a cup of flour here. That's not a full cup, but I go back and get the rest. So just put you about a cup of flour, and you can put it in like a steep-sided plate, whatever, so we can just kind of flatten it out, okay? Then you want to add whatever seasoning you're going to do. Now, I just put like a pinch of salt, not a lot. Most of it cooks off, so I'm not going to worry about it. You can use salt later, and it works just as well. Black pepper, I'm a very big fan of. Now, that's the most basic stuff you can use. That's fine. But I go ahead and add some garlic powder, just a pinch of that, a lot of smoked paprika, just because A, it adds color, B, it smells amazing when it's cooking, and the same as the chili powder. Just kind of go heavy there. Now, you don't want to put enough to where your flour turns bright red, or you can. It's yours. Do your thing. Give it a nice stir. Don't just toss it, because it'll all go on one piece of skin, and then the rest will be all flavorless. So give it a nice stir, give it a shake, even it all out. And again, just keep an eye on that oil. Don't let it get too hot. Like I said, you put something in, you want it to bubble. You don't want it to pop and splatter everywhere, okay? So now you got that. Now you got your skin all laid out. Now again, that's a giant piece of skin. You can use it as one piece. It's easier to cook if you take and just cut it down. I do little strips or little squares. What I have here right now, I'm just kind of padding out the time to the video, make it like it's doing a lot more that we're showing you here. But just the strips, thin. But when you put it in here, you want to make sure that those strips, when they roll up, that you can kind of flatten them out. Okay, so make sure you toss it in your flour mixture. But again, lay it out. Make sure it gets on both sides. I don't necessarily. This is dry. I don't know if it's a dredge, if it's dry or not. But be sure to roll out the edges, get it underneath there, get it on both sides, and just put it right down in your heat. Now it'll start to roll a little bit when it's in there. Again, you can see where it's bubbling. It's not spattering or whatever. That's the heat you want. You don't want it to be popping and kicking and going all over the place, because A, you'll burn your oil real fast, and B, it'll burn your skin. But just keep doing this until they're in there. You don't want them touching too much, because you don't want them to stick together when they cook. When you do this, get your paper plate, your paper towel. It's your secret weapon against any kind of fatty foods. It kind of soaks off a lot of the oil, so it makes you feel like you're doing healthier stuff than eating just fried chicken skin. So take it, let it cook for a little bit, then you want to turn it over. Now, you want it to get to 180 from what I remember, and And as long as your oil is about that temperature, let it get in there, and it'll start going a golden brown. When it goes brown, then go ahead and pull it out, okay? It'll be chewy in the middle, that's uncooked, or not quite cooked enough chicken, don't do that. So I usually squeeze mine until it's got, like, not a lot of give to it, where it's like super crunchy, because it's skin. I don't want it crunchy, I want it to have a little bit of give. But yeah, go ahead, pull that out, put it on your secret weapon, and that's ready to go. Just put it in another batch right afterwards, unless you've got a giant skillet or just not doing a whole lot of chicken skins. Like this was from one thigh, so that's a lot of that. And you can just take it when it's out now and go ahead and season it, and the oil will help it stick, like a little bit of salt, whatever. But there you have it, man. It's great for like an appetizer thing, something to just sit and nibble on. It's not healthy. I would not recommend it for anything or anybody that's any kind of sick or whatever, because I bit into this, I can feel my heart slow down. If you put it in like a Ziploc bag or an airtight container or whatever, it'll hold up pretty well. If you reheat it, I wouldn't suggest a microwave, like an air fryer or back in the oven would be fine. But yeah, this worked out really well. You should try this again. Shout out to my friend. She showed me that she had done it, and I didn't realize you could do this kind of stuff by itself without having to cook the chicken too. At the same time, I use the chicken for another recipe, but this worked out pretty well. You should try it. And there you have it, folks. It actually works. It's really good. It's not healthy. Like, it is just fried chicken skin with fat and flour. I mean, flour is probably healthy, but not after you deep fry it. But if you do it differently, you want to see us do it differently, let me know. I'll revisit this. I'll have to find a way to find more chicken skins, but that's cool. But let us know. Put it down in the comments. That's what they're there for. You can also find us on social media. Tell us over there about how wrong I am, or how unhealthy it is, or how my head's going to explode, or whatever. We're on Facebook, Pinterest, and Patreon. We're all those at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. You can also find us on Instagram with Living Between. We had to shorten it down over there. Me, Oswordy Nerdy, way nerdy. I just kind of stumbled on my own name. Osway Nerdy. I'm on all of those, including TikTok and Twitter for now. I think I'm just screaming to avoid over there. But if you're over there, let us know. I will see y'all next time. I got some skin still fried, but it is so good. Let me know if you try this. Show us pictures. We absolutely love that stuff. And I'll see y'all next time. Be safe.